Well, good morning, guys. Our 2019 Christmas trip has officially begun. Although we did have a little bit of a setback. A couple days before school was out, I ended up getting the flu, and so I had to take off the last 2 days of school to get some rest, and luckily I got over it. But then, the day before we headed out, Chuck got it.
Yep, 102.8 fever.
Yeah, we both ended up with the same thing, but we are taking a lot of medications, both of us taking flu meds, and I'm definitely all better now, and just a little bit of residual coughing and stuff, but he had a little bit of a fever today. Yeah. We were supposed to head out yesterday around 8 o'clock in the morning, but we ended up heading out about 1 o'clock, and we stayed in Mobile at a Crackle Barrel last night.
Yes, this really threw off my whole RV trip planning.
Yeah, we
RV
had
Trip Wizard. I had it all mapped out.
Yeah,
where I was going to stay.
The whole itinerary, everything, pretty much.
So now those plans are out the window, and it's going to be winging it now to where we stop.
Right.
Because we are about 3 hours behind at this point on our journey, and I don't think that we'll make that up today.
No.
Not with this weather too. It's rainy.
Yeah, it's very, very rainy and cold.
I'm only going 55 mile an hour right now.
We're staying at the OK
RV park, I think.
Yeah, and
I guess it's okay.
Let's hope it's better than okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll catch you later and let you know where we're at, where we're staying tonight. Okay, so we stopped on our third day of our traveling at a place called Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo, Texas. There were 3 gentlemen that created this. It was a man from California who had this idea. He envisioned an art project where they could have these Cadillacs available for people to come and express themselves by painting on them with different aerosol can paint. And here you can see me, I'm actually writing down C loves A, Chuck loves Allison. And it was just really neat to see how many people over the years have painted their different ideas and pictures and so forth. It's just a way for people to express themselves. In 1974, these Cadillacs were originally buried nose first in the ground and a wheat field, but then they were moved to another location in 1997 to an open pasture, and you could actually see cows roaming around not too far from where they were buried. Now, since they've been moved, you can find it off of I-40, and which used to be old Route 66.
So, after driving 740 miles yesterday and 740 some miles today,
we are pooped.
We're finally here, and we're tired.
Yes, we're exhausted.
So, what was we gonna say about? We're so tired we can't even think. So we'll just check back in tomorrow when we're at the Petrified Forest and we've had a full 8 hours of sleep.
Yep.
All right.
All right, good morning, guys.
Well, I got up this morning. Allie has a migraine, and we have a flat tire on our truck.
Yeah, we had to pull into a couple places last night to let Nikki out, and there were some kind of sketchy parking area that probably had a lot of nails and metal and so forth on the ground, and yeah, we ended up getting a nail stuck in the tire.
Yeah, so I got in the truck this morning to go get breakfast. My tire pressure monitor said that my back rear driver's side tire had only 27 pounds of pressure in it, which, last night when we pulled in, it had about 70 pounds of pressure. And so I went down to the gas station and I put some air in it, and I just so happened I seen the nail and I could hear the leak. And there was no Riley's Auto Parts right there, so
luckily
I bought a tire plug-in kit. Had to buy a little air compressor because I forgot to bring our little air compressor. And
well, now this one's definitely going to stay in the truck.
Yeah, but it was nice. I just got the plug in when one of our RV neighbors came over and asked if we needed any help, and offered to help.
Super sweet guy.
Yep. and he had a little bit better air compressor than what we had, so he brought his over and got us jump started on airing up that tire, because putting 70 pounds of pressure in these load range E tires takes a little bit of time with those little compressors. But we got them all aired up. We're on the road, and
we're heading to Winslow.
Yeah.
Today we're going to check out the statues of the Eagles band.
Well, we're going to go see where that standing on the corner of Winslow, Arizona thing is, and we were going to do that last, do the Petrified Forest
but
first.
It's raining today.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit less rainy in Winslow right now, so we figured we'll head over here first and knock that out, get some lunch, and then head back to the Petrified Forest, get our annual National Park Pass, which we're going to need. So we got a lot to do and a little bit of time to do it in, because the park closes at 5.
And the sunset is at 5:14, I think, tonight.
Yeah. And we can't go tomorrow because tomorrow's Christmas.
And tomorrow we are heading to Grand Canyon, so.
Yeah.
All right,
we're going to try to cram as much into roughly, 6 hours as we can.
Yeah.
And I'm tired. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
I've gotten on that schedule now of waking up super early. Which worked out this morning.
Nikki's doing good today.
Oh yeah, she's loving it.
Yep.
Loving the cold weather.
She is. All right, well, we'll catch you when we get to Winslow. The world's smallest church.
Actually have a Bible in there. Alright, after grabbing some really tasty Mexican lunch in Winslow, Arizona, we drove back to the Petrified Forest, bought our annual National Park Pass at the gate, and we went into the Visitor Center Museum. It was quite an interesting little museum here that we kind of didn't really have a whole lot of time to read through everything that we would have liked to have read through here. But we did walk through the entire museum and the gift shop and checked everything out. It was interesting to see some of the things showing how the Petrified Forest was millions of years ago. And I'll have to say, as a dinosaur lover growing up as a kid, wow, they had some really, really cool and amazing fossils in here and skeletons of prehistoric animals. Like this one I'd never even seen before, so that was something new, and it was really cool. And there was some of the stuff that we would probably spend a little bit more time reading about had we had more time, and Nikki wasn't waiting for us out in the truck. But we were losing daylight as well, so we wanted to make sure we got to see the whole entirety of the Petrified Forest and the Painted Desert. So we wanted to make sure we hadn't left ourselves enough time to drive through the whole park. Really cool fossils, though. Loved it. And this was like a log bridge. This was one of the short trails to a log bridge, a petrified log, where they had reinforced it with some concrete to keep it from falling. And this was a really cool showing where the water had cut a channel through these rocks over many years. And they even had an old truck sitting out here as a part of a tribute to the Route 66 highway. Really neat. Now, driving on a little bit farther from this was the Painted Desert, which absolutely amazing colors here. Probably would have been even better had the sun been shining. It was starting to rain, a little overcast. Oh, the petroglyphs here were so cool to see, the petroglyphs. And Allie came up with a cool idea of shooting her phone through the magnifying binoculars there. So that was really cool. And at this point, we're taking Nikki on the trail through the petrified wood. And this is pretty cool. They have all these little trails laid out and all these different petrified logs and pieces of petrified wood. And just did some exploring. It was quite windy and quite cold here. So driving through the park here, it is a roughly 27-mile drive from one end to the other end of just all these beautiful natural rock formations and canyons. There's also the Puerco ruin and petroglyphs, which are really cool. I guess it reached its peak around 1300 AD, contained over 100 rooms, and is the largest known archaeological site within the Petrified Forest.
Guys,
Gotta say, we really enjoyed the Petrified Forest. It went way above and beyond my expectations. I don't know about you.
yeah, like it was totally a lot more to see than what I had anticipated.
I was just thinking it was going to be some old petrified logs and that would be cool, but it really, that was, honestly to me, that was the least of it. I enjoyed
The sights from the views were spectacular.
yeah, some of the canyons. And
Seeing petroglyphs and some of the ruins of the
Native American dwellings. Yeah.
so interesting.
Yeah, it was really cool. The only thing that we didn't get to experience fully was the painted desert, as it started really raining at that point. It was getting dark.
Right.
I mean, we could see it a little bit.
There were overlooked that you could see. That's some really pretty area there to see the mountains with the painted. They were like red. Oh, it's so pretty color.
Yeah. So it's like about a 27 or so mile drive through the park, which is cool because you enter on one end and you come out the other end, or vice versa. And yeah, we spent a good probably 4 hours there, would you say?
Yeah, and they basically give you a map when you first get in there at the visitor center, where they show you some interesting information about what they found there. And then even Nikki became a
Park ranger.
And they give this cute little bag filled with treats and a badge. And then they sign this card saying that she is now officially a bark ranger.
Yep.
And then we went to the Petrified Forest area. They have all these really cool winding around trails up and down the little mounds here and there.
All the petrified wood.
So
and
pretty.
different colors.
Oh yeah.
It's very.
It looked like rocks, like mineral rocks. Just
Yeah.
so pretty. All the different colors that you could see in there.
Yeah.
And then they have on the map all the different places that you can stop and get out. They had a petrified log bridge. Yeah, and they had some, like we had said before, the petroglyphs and the Native American dwellings. And
Yeah, there was definitely a lot more we could have done had we had more time. And we did get kind of cold too. It was very windy and cold.
yeah, there were parts that it was just super, the wind was just super brutal. And then there were some parts that it was just like, oh, this is very comfortable. So.
Yeah. But we're getting ready to wrap up this portion of our trip. The Petrified Forest and the town of Winslow,
Holbrook.
Arizona.
And Holbrook was the little campground there was a nice little place to stay.
Yep.
So if you're ever in Holbrook, that's definitely, what's the name of the campground?
Okay. It's okay.
That's right.
It's okay.
It was okay.
Yep.
It wasn't amazing, but it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. People were nice. And
Yeah, she was so sweet.
we had a really good time there. So if you're new to our channel, make sure to go ahead and hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already.
And ring the bell notification.
Yep, and drop us a like. And we will see you next week. It will be Christmas for us, and
Yep.
we should be at the Grand Canyon.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.